Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we're working on a 2006. It's a Scion, and we're going to be changing the rear drum brakes on here. Now the rear brakes are a little bit different than the front. The fronts are disc brakes, but the backs are drum style. Alright, so let's grab some tools and let's get in there and I'll explain to you step by step how to get this job done. Alright, this is the drum brakes in the back, and basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing this clip right here. This clip holds the parking brake lever in place. We're going to take that off while it's still in the car. It's a little bit easier. We're going to remove these springs and then take the brake shoes out. Sounds easy, but believe me, you're going to have a little bit of a problem with it if you never did it before. But watch my directions, and I'll walk you through it step by step, and you should be okay. I just want to point out one thing to you. Brake shoes are front and rear are different. You see this shoe here is a little bit shorter than this shoe back here. This is your front shoe. The smaller shoe goes to the front of the vehicle, and this one here goes to the rear of the vehicle. Alright, so let's get some tools, and we're going to get this job started. We're going to clean this off first with some brake cleaner to get all of this this brake dust out of here so that we don't have it all over the place. So let me get some cleaner and we're going to get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to clean off that brake dust that we talked about. What I always do is, of course, you're going to have a bucket underneath it, and then you spray it very lightly in the beginning just to wet it so you're not blowing all this stuff all over the place. Once you've got it pretty much saturated with the cleaner, then you can hit it just a little bit harder to get all that stuff to wash out of there. But by doing it very easily, you're not blowing all that stuff all over the place. Once you've got it cleaned off, then we're going to start. What I always do is you're going to pinch off your brake line just a little bit. You're not going to do it too hard. You're just going to pinch it off to keep the fluid from pushing this wheel cylinder open when you have the brakes off. So you just pinch the line off a little bit, and then we're going to spread that clip in the back, the one that I showed you. What you do is you put a screwdriver in the opening on the top, and you just twist it, and you open up the clip a little bit. Alright, once you've got the clip opened up just that little bit right here, then you put the screwdriver in against this here, and then you pry the clip down just so you get a little bit of a space right in there, and then you just pry that clip out. A little bit difficult to do with one hand, but gives you an idea. And then you got the clip off on the parking brake, so now it's a little bit easier to do this later on. You're not trying to hold the shoe in your hand and get the clip off. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this spring out right here, and then once we have that spring out, we're going to be removing these springs right here. So let me just grab a tool and continue. What I seem to find works the best for me is I take a pair of cutting pliers and I just grab the spring here. Now you're not cutting through the spring, you're just holding the spring and pulling it to the back, and you're removing it from the shoe where it was. And then once you have the back part removed, obviously the front comes right out. Watch the position of the adjuster, because the adjuster needs to go to the front of the vehicle. See, the adjuster right here is facing towards the front. That's where it has to go. It has to go back together the exact same way. So let me just continue on this now. There's a tool that they make to take this off. It's like fits over the top like this here. You push in, and you hold the piece in the back so that it doesn't push through. And the piece in the back, basically, all it is a pin like this. And you hold your hand in the back to keep it from pushing through the backing plate while you're putting pressure on the spring in the front. Then you rotate this down, and we're going to take that spring off underneath the bottom. It goes in between the two shoes like that. We're going to take that. Now, remember we took that clip off, so now we can just take this shoe off and put that down for now. We're going to do the, we're going to remove the adjuster. Remember how you took it off because it needs to go back on the exact same way. And then we're just going to turn the adjuster in. And the way you do that is just spin it. And you turn it all the way in, like that. And we're going to put it down the way we're going to put it back onto the car. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off this shoe back in here. Sorry about that clicking noises, my heat just turned on. Right. And we're just going to push in and turn. And we'll hold that pin in the back. And then we take this off. And then we're going to take this shoe off the car. And as you can see, this one has got the self-adjusting right on. So we're going to remove this and put this onto the new shoes. All right? What we're going to do is we're going to take some lubricant and we're going to lubricate wherever the brakes touch up against the backing plate. We're going to put a little bit of lubricant on there, and that keeps everything sliding just the way it's supposed to, and nothing binds up, and you won't get any kind of squeaking noises. And you'll see the spots because they're going to be a little bit rusty. And completely down the bottom where your brakes touch up against, and I always put a little lube on the parking brake lever as well. Now, remember we talked about the shoe. We're going to remove the parking brake assembly. They have two different shoes, and as you can see, this one is different than this one, so we're not going to use these. We're going to use the other side, which is going to be the exact same thing, like this. And we're just going to transfer this all over. And as you can see, there really isn't any way you can make a mistake. You'll see the difference in the brake pads here versus this pad here. See how much higher it is? Like that. Alright? You can't make a mistake anyway with the parking brake. Alright, then we're just going to switch over the parking brake, the self-adjuster we're going to switch over, and the way you do that is you just remove it from the one. Remember, you're going to take the pliers, you're just going to hold it. You're not actually cutting into anything. And then we're just going to take it off of this shoe. And we're going to put it right back on this shoe here. And we're going to put that cable, the spring, back in where we previously took it out, like this. Alright? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this shoe back on. And the way you do that is you put it up onto here, line it up, and then you're going to put your spring back onto it. You hold it in the back so that the pin in the back stays stationary, and then you turn the spring and you push it on over that pin. Sometimes they're a little bit difficult. Sometimes they move around. Just have patience with it. I'll show you what I did. When you put that spring back on, see how that spring lines up there? You have that. I'll show you this one. You've got this pin that comes through in the back, and then what you do is you just take this piece here, you go over that pin, and you just rotate it so that it's completely opposite and locked in where it belongs. So, all right, let's continue. Pin back in the back here. Next thing we're going to do is remember that spring that you put on the bottom. You're going to hang it back in where it came from. And then what we're going to do is before we put anything else back together, we're going to install our parking brake lever back onto here. You put the lever on like that, do that, you slide this clip over the top. have the horseshoe clip on there, then you close the horseshoe clip up again, and it's not going to come off. Alright, so now we close the horseshoe clip up, and we're going to put it back up in here. But before we do that, we're going to put our adjuster back in. Remember the way you took it out is the way it's going to go back in. And we're going to put that spring on the front. And we're just going to adjust it just like it is for now. And we're going to take this shoe, put it back onto that bottom spring. Previously took out, push it around, over the top, into the wheel cylinder where it came from, and then put your pin that holds the spring in place through, like that. I know it's a little difficult to see. And then we're going to take up that other spring, line it up where we previously took it off from, and reinstall it. And once you've got the other spring on where it belongs, put your wheel cylinder, put the brake pad up to the wheel cylinder, and line up your self-adjuster. Self-adjuster in. It's a little bit tedious because you have to line it up with that piece in the back there and the spring. You're going to take your cutting pliers that you previously pulled the spring off with, and you're going to pull it. You're not going to cut the spring. You're just pulling it and sliding it back in where it previously came out from. Okay, you show you what it looks like in here. If you did everything correctly, everything should line up just as it's supposed to. Your parking brake lever is back in with the clip. You have this spring caught back through here and turned exactly opposite the slot. You have your lower spring back in the bottom here. You've got this spring caught in here, and you've got your self-adjuster reinstalled and both springs in place. The wheel cylinder lines up just as supposed to here and here, and that's it. We're all set. And we're going to get the drum back on, and we're going to go around to the other side, and we're going to wrap up the other side as well. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button and ring that bell. When you ring the bell, you can pick your personal preferences of when you could be notified of future uploads if you choose to, or if you choose not to. It's your personal preference. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.